friends, hola amigos. I would like to start asking you a question. Is having a meeting with your friends an intrinsic or extrinsic behavior? Well, if you don't know what I am talking about, or if you have answered 100% sure, extrinsic or intrinsic, well, this MOOC episode is for you. We have just been talking a lot about drivers as behavior energizers that motivates movement towards a goal. When we choose a behavior as the best strategy among other options to fulfill one given driver, that choice has two possible purposes. First of all, the behavior could serve as an expression of a given driver. In these cases, we say that the behavior is intrinsically motivated. It's done for its own sake. Second of all, if the behavior is perceived as a tool to achieve other things or to unlock other possible behaviors, then we are talking about an extrinsically motivated behavior. Extrinsic and intrinsic dimensions are not attached to specific behaviors or things or features within our gamified system, but to perceptions and assigned meanings within our users' minds. So when designing gamification, we need to highlight those elements that enhance the meanings we want as gamification designers. Can you imagine how can we apply that last idea in our designs? Let me give you a simple example. Let's imagine that within our gamified system, I give users the option of, choosing between two badges or spend points among several items or options, or to unlock one or other feature. In one case, I said, okay, try one of the options, and if you don't like it, you can reset the thing you do and choose other one. And in the other case, I said, okay, think carefully what you're going to choose, because it cannot be undone. It's definitive. Which one of those moments of decision is perceived as more meaningful? And when you add meaning to something, you are increasing the perceived value of that thing, or object, or virtual good, or a decision, as in the last example. Remember that the more the value perceived by the user, the more the intrinsic motivation assigned to that thing. Don't think about extrinsic motivated behaviors as meaningless or unimportant. Both intrinsic and extrinsic have meaning and a role in our gamified systems. More than that, the vast majority of possible behaviors are both intrinsically and extrinsically motivated. At the same time, take for example your job. You do your job only to get a salary to spend in other things, or you do your job because it gives you the possibility of express yourself as a profession, or to create social bondings. Probably you do your job because of a mix of the latter ones. So, don't forget that usually intrinsically motivated behaviors, as long as they are perceived by users as desirable by themselves, have an energetic dimension that is almost non-existent in extrinsically motivated behaviors. So, if our system is mainly dependent on extrinsically motivated behaviors, be careful because that will last only until people get all the way to fulfill their preferred drivers. So don't do that unless you have a strong, solid, monopolistic market position. And even then, don't do that. Gamification is about empowering people, okay? So, my dear gamification trooper, remember, enhance the meaning of the mechanic or designed behavior. Create interesting, meaningful options with real impact within our gamified system and in the real world. And to finish this episode, I would like you to get pen and paper and make a list with 2 columns in it. In one of the columns, write down all the things you do to achieve other things. And in the other column, write down all the things you do by themselves because you love them. Give yourself only 5 minutes to do the list. And don't try to think a lot. Make it brainstorming style. And the question is, are you living an extrinsically motivated or intrinsically motivated way of life? And if you don't like what you see, do you have any ideas on how to redesign something to change that balance? See you in the next MOOC episode. Enjoy!